Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. What a day. What a day. It's an exciting day. I'm on one hand nervous, on the other quite excited. How are you feeling, Hugo, ahead of arguably a
Mm,
day that we've been waiting for about a year for?
I think uh, I'm curious what will happen because we have the chance that we'll get like the 25 point rate cut. I think that is almost certain, but you never know. Like if you look at the odds, if you look at the state of like how the economy is working, but then there's like the small and I think it should be priced in already because people are
Hmm.
expecting it. But there's also still a chance that we get like the big rate cut of point 0.5 what Trump really wants minimally. So it can be exciting.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because I think as much as half a cut appeals, I can't see it. And I may be wrong. I don't know. I'm just really interested. Like, I don't think people. I think that it's all well and good sort of predicting it, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it takes and whether this satisfies the news. I think the comments around it will probably be a bit more interesting as to sort of how they forecast and whether they sort of see this as a gradual thing or whether they're just or whether they sort of move more towards just let's go, cut, or whether it's that more patient approach. Certainly, sort of the way it's done in the UK is that sort of patient approach where they'll cut, they'll wait, and they'll cut again. Whether or not we see that, I think having seen Powell before, I think we probably might. But yeah, it's exciting. I think. I hope.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's exciting. I think what we sort of need to rate cuts currently because if you also for the markets it would be good, but I was discussing with a friend and I said like when we get rate cuts, maybe I was not sure. I was sort of sure about the answer, but not really. But maybe you will know. If we the moment we get rate cuts, it will be cheaper to print money and to lend money.
Yeah,
But why would we do it if we know that at some point the inflation will go sky high and the dollar will eventually fall? Because always when we get too many rate cuts, it leads in the bigger way to like a the markets going down.
yeah. In all honesty, because that's the only tool that central banks actually have. That's the only tool that they can do to affect the economy. Is that, and I think it's trying to swing that balance between so that obviously the central bank has two main jobs: to control inflation and to keep unemployment low. Now, inflation is relatively tamed, but in the hierarchy of their care, it's unemployment takes priority, and we've seen unemployment and that labour market begin to weaken, particularly in the US, with some of the figures, and so that that is the sacrifice I think they make is that future inflation and currency debasement in order to keep the labour market alive. I'm of the persuasion I don't actually think cutting rates will have that large an impact on the labour market because I think that there's some additional forces which we haven't seen before. I think you've obviously got the AI impact coming in. I think you've got the sort of changing landscape of work, and you also in the US sort of have the some of the Trump policies, which it's hard to read. I think ultimately cutting rates will lead us back to where we were when we were before we were cutting rates. I think their hope is that they can bolster bolster the labour market in doing so, and that's their priority.
Yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Like I was I was looking at it and I was talking to someone and they said like if you break the market, I said like there's the employment. I didn't look up that this is like one of the most important things for the Fed where they're working on. Yeah, and
Yeah,
what have you to be doing today? Because I saw even 2 videos coming out.
I know, I know. I've been doing a lot of filming recently. Yeah, no, getting back into the swing of things. I've closed a lot of trades, so I've had a lot of my swing positions I've closed. I had quite a nice AI trading challenge, which the first one landed in profit, and I closed my Victoria's Secrets long. That was a beautiful trade. I'm sure my partner will be quite happy with that one. I caught the absolute bottom of that one, so I was quite happy with that one. But yeah, it's it's a sit and wait job for me. I mean, I'm happy in what I'm in, and I've taken some profits on what I need to take profits on. And I think it's just a case now of seeing where the market reacts. I do have some stink bids in, so I stink bidded a few of the majors for sort of small, low leverage positions. Should we get there, I think the zones that we've spoken about are around the same. That sort of bottom region on Bitcoin, that mid region on Ethereum, and then hopefully a nice pullback on Solana because that's been quite strong. And then yeah, outside of that, just continuing to build some of the positions. I'm in some long-term DCA positions, i.e., long on silver and platinum, and short on the Mag 7.
That's
A
interesting.
little bit early, but I started shorting the basket of them. So Nvidia, I was ahead on, so I took a little bit of profit from Nvidia, rebalanced it. Currently wanting Google to stop pumping. But I think certainly Nvidia for me is is near enough topped out. It may get a blow off top. But I think we're seeing a bit more of a catch up now, particularly with some of the macro news and sort of that wider geopolitical stuff. Um, how's it doing in market? Oh,
Yeah,
pre-market
yeah.
down
The
again.
pre-market is done for most stocks.
Yeah, well, China is current. There was some China news on Nvidia. Two
Yeah,
bits.
there was.
Obviously, that there was investigating them for the anti-monopoly, and then there was China's looking to ask its domestic technology producers to stop buying Nvidia chips. Obviously, now that they carry the additional levy to the US government, I think China is now really pushing on its aim to bring more of it in house, and I think that's reflected on it's reflected in some of the share prices. Yeah, I think as I was speaking to Justin and Dave recently, I've been buying up a lot of Chinese shares over the last few weeks. So some of those are now starting to begin to break out a little bit.
It's interesting, yeah. Yeah, like for me, I also did today some research about some altcoin projects I used to love, and
Mhm.
they the research wasn't the best. And was maybe a
No,
reason why they went down too much.
yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, I looked a bit into self-chain what was happening there because I think last week we saw like a 400% gain and then we are
Yeah,
back down. I was like looking what happened, but yeah, at the end the CEO committed fraud of 50 million OTC deals and Binance left it. It's not really looking good for them. I was like, is it maybe time to buy back in? But that was definitely a no.
yeah,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
I sold some self chain and I sold some bake as well. There was quite a lot of fuckery. But welcome to the world of crypto. Yeah, I've not really been touching much in the way of alts. I did actually a fantastic one on the stock market this week is Circle.
Ah, yeah.
My patience on Circle finally came to fruition. I'd been mocked for this one for quite a while, so I will share my chart. Uh, What am I looking for? I am looking for this. I got mocked by so many people for this chart. When Circle was here and I had my buy zone here, people, oh, it's not going to go there. It's not going to go there. It's not going to go there. Bang, into the buy zone. Liquidity sell zone here. Bang. So yeah, I was in around here, and I was out around here. I might play again, but I think this probably now will need to come back to here or consolidate inside here before another move. But yeah, some mad numbers.
Yeah.
One of the Chinese companies, Baidu, look at the state of that.
That's quite an excessive amount.
It's just
Why did you buy it? Did you have like, it is a Chinese company, so I want to buy it, or do you have multiple reasonings for it, or like?
I had multiple reasons. So I quite like what they do. So it's a software service. I quite like their product, and it felt like it had been in this. If I go onto the weekly, you can probably see it a little bit better. But you could see that it was just like, for me,
It was at the lows.
it just felt like it was bottoming out. Like, you look at that, and that for me felt like a breakout was probably inbound.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be as violent as that.
Even if I'm seeing it correctly, there's like a divergence. Or no, what's it called? Like this thing. I'm forgetting the triangle.
Yeah,
The
the ascending flag, isn't
ascending
it?
triangle. That was the thing.
Yeah,
For
yeah, you can see
for the
that.
line
But
traders, for the figure traders.
yeah, but it was a beautiful completion of this market structure. It came back here for like
Yeah.
this retest here, so all the way back to 2023. So yeah, that was, so I was skimming some profits off that. I probably slightly annoyed. I should have waited until today to skim a bit more off. But that was a good one. And then obviously Alibaba is the same. Just these Chinese companies have just been so beaten up,
Yeah.
especially when you look at them compared to some of their American counterparts. It's like the risk reward for me was there. What other Chinese companies did I have my eye on? BYD, I think, is quite interesting as an automotive play. That on a chart I quite like, because I think you can see that you're at quite a pivotal level that
That's interesting.
you've got there. If you're bullish on electric cars, what else have we got? JD, I quite like the look of that on a chart. You can see that's beginning its breakout. I mean, this one, if this one does what the others do, and you come in to reclaim where you were in 2023, you're looking at quite a lot of upside on that. Yeah, you're looking at about 50-60% upside on that. What else do you have? Tencent.
You know, Hut 8 mining.
Hut 8, yes.
I took profits somewhere this week. I think yesterday or day before.
Ooh, very nice, sir. I assume your entry was right round here.
No, my entry was 5 years ago. More to the left. Somewhere over there. No, I think they're like the 2020 zone. Like really at like $3.
Yeah.
I had a lovely move up to 100. Never trims off. Now I was like, okay, now it's time again.
Oh, well, if it makes you feel any better, I had quite I want to say a pleasant surprise yesterday. Is obviously I won't go into sort of my relationship with Coinbase, but I had staked ETH on there and a banned account. I finally managed to get access to my account yesterday. Managed to unstake my ETH, so I've got 90 days to wait for that. My ETH was bought, I think it was about 4 and a bit years ago. And I'm up 5% on it.
That's crazy. 5% 4 years ago.
Oh, It did make me cry a little bit though, because I went all the way down to like some of my old Bitcoin purchases, and I found a transaction where I bought some Bitcoin when Bitcoin was £2,200. Um, I wish I'd kept
Yeah.
some of that, Hugo. That would have been
Yeah.
beautiful. But yeah, I'll say I really like the miners play. I think sort of the one that I wouldn't buy. I wouldn't ask anyone to buy it now because I think it's gone. But the one that I was banging the drum about was this. I mean, that was this. This was basically made my ISA. I remember doing a video on this back in the Trump dump and saying like this is a good buy around here. I didn't expect it to be as violent as that. That is just obscene.
It's crazy. This is even
Um,
July. Fingers crossed.
that was March. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
I tell you what, I meant to check actually. What about this? They had earnings, and they're
It's called
awful.
bullish.
Yeah,
Doesn't look too
it's
bullish to me.
it's a
But
crypto exchange that I apparently is institutional, but I have heard no one who uses it. Um,
yeah, also in crypto exchange, what should come? I was looking up today because I got some Kraken IPO or IDO when they did it.
yeah,
It was but it's never listed. They're trying to list it in January 2026. I bought it
yeah.
at a 4 billion market cap. So I'm
Okay.
hoping, I was like looking today, we got like Coinbase at, was it 54 or 74 billion? Binance is like 80 billion. So I'm really hoping
Yeah.
this will do some nice damage
The one I
because it
really
is
like is this.
the
Yeah.
Galaxy. Yeah, you're talking about it. I remember.
Oh, it was great. Yeah, because they have they have their mining arm, the AI pivot on the mining arm, which I think has provided some interesting stuff. What else am I on? I bought some options for UPS.
Hmm.
It just felt like it had bottomed.
Yeah, there's not really a bigger bottom than this.
That is. Could you imagine round tripping that?
Oh, you will be so sad. Yeah.
That is horrendous. Uh, Yeah, I think that's about it. I've got a few Chinese companies on here that I've been keeping an eye
Mhm.
on, but not bought any. I think this one's
I
quite interesting.
I also saw AI Tempest on your list, or Tempest AI.
Yes,
I also
yes,
really enjoy the company. It is like the AI company in pharmaceuticals.
yeah. I actually
But
had a go at shorting it and got stopped out. Uh,
ah,
I hit TP1, so I got clipped
yeah.
in here on if I go onto the daily. So I got about 50% out, and my stop loss was break even, but I got clipped in here back in August, came down to
Yeah.
here, and then then we just had that, which took out my took out my stop loss, which had moved to here. Um, this is a Nancy Pelosi favorite, so I was probably in the wrong for trying to short it.
Yeah, Nancy Pelosi favorite. It had like
Yeah,
this year 220% return.
yeah, it's nuts.
Something
But
crazy like that.
this one, fantastic to trade if you got in because just
Yeah.
came into this clear liquidity zone here, and then boom, 70% up. What else have I got on my list? BBAI. This thing is just trading between the levels.
Yeah, but
Uh,
I got another question.
Go on.
Are you what do you think about alchemy? I was looking at it today. I was doing like some research on the fundamentals, and I really like they did just did a token swap from ETH to SUI, and they got
Yeah,
listed on Kraken, but it is only going down. But like they are making revenue. They're making approximately 2,800 a day last days.
yeah.
So they're making money. I'm like, why is nobody interested in buying it? Like, there's definitely no market maker if you see like all the big
No,
things, and the order book is quite. is not too big, but I like that. I like the company, what they're doing because yeah, they're really building. I think they're also friends of us.
Yeah, I'm a bit annoyed that I didn't sell more of it. Because KuCoin gave me like two grand of it when it launched, and I clipped half of it and kept the other half, and then I've just literally just watched it go like that. It it feels like it may have a run when it's, and you can see that. I think for me, if I was looking at it, the positive is you can see with these wicks here, somebody is buying.
Yeah.
Somebody is buying, and I think it wouldn't surprise me if the team have raised a load of OTC stuff up here, let it sell off, and then there's some cash to start deploying here.
Oh, that could be a thing. Because yeah, like the team, they're constantly building, they're posting their revenues. They got like a Coca-Cola deal, they got a Samsung
Yeah,
deal, they got like what if more the Kraken deal. Like Kraken is a really big exchange to be listed as just a small company.
yeah,
And they got listed on Kraken at like 12 cents. So I mean at some point they need to make it back.
yeah. It feels like it may. The only issue is obviously you're trading well below the launch.
Yeah, but they need to push it back to the lunch price, I would
Yeah,
say.
yeah, one hundred
So
percent.
yeah, I
But
was maybe thinking
yeah,
of like buying it up at these bottoms.
yeah, and sometimes it does kick into life. Like one of my big bags that I've been incredibly frustrated on for a very long time finally moved. Like this thing was doing
Peak.
horrendously, and then that had a really nice surge up. Oh, speaking, I think look at the state of
Yeah,
that.
the Toshi. It got listed on Binance Futures. That's why it got up. It was like Binance Futures, and then they were like, okay, fuck this shit. But like, what kind of orders do you put in to get this thing of a pump?
I know.
Because Toshi is like 1 billion market cap or something, maybe 200 million.
Yeah,
Like, what is their market cap
it's
that you
like
can get?
300 million. I imagine it was probably a lot of short interest pushing it down through here, and it's just someone's just been holding the shorts and then just gone moved out of the way. It
Yeah.
tends to be that these types of candles aren't necessarily buying; it's more just taking shorts out of the way. So you'd use short positions like here to be able to accumulate as you go around here, and then you just take the shorts out of the way and let the price do its thing. But yeah,
Yeah.
alts do not look good this morning.
No.
Apart from this one.
Another one. Oh yeah, this is the other one. There were two things listed I saw this morning on Binance. This will be the other one. I have no idea what the
This is
company does, but I don't think any market maker would care.
no, this is Chinese hyperliquid. It's there's a lot of
Ah,
insiders on
oh
that
yeah,
one.
I heard about it. Yeah, but
Yeah.
like Hyperliquid is also doing quite well.
Oh yeah, my
Mm,
hype is. I love my
yeah, but
hype.
I'm looking to buy around the 50 zone. I'm like a
Yeah,
lot of things. I want 10% down, and then I'm buying.
yeah.
I want like on Bitcoin, I think too, you can see like a 5% move. On ETH, I want 10% move around 4K. Hyperliquid. I was also looking at the $50 zone.
I'm really annoyed because before I went to bed last night, I was debating putting a short on here at this level.
Yeah.
That would have been beautiful.
I always say if you're in doubt, take the short.
It's a good motto to live by.
Take the short and look at XRP, then you're certain to store a short.
Oh, and then yeah, I'm just ready for some fuckery. Apart from this thing is just plowing up now.
Yeah, Swiss work. Yeah, I'm like buying up. I'm trying to buy up a little bit. This is even going up today. They are pushing
Yeah,
something. Have
yeah.
you been in the Fala vault?
I think so.
You
I've
can
not
see it in
looked at it for
Swissborg
a
app.
while.
Yeah, I was like, Jalapeno told us that he was trying to fix it, because I was tracking a company, but I thought it was a Vala thing. But then I didn't got my tokens, and then I was like to Jalapeno, "Isn't this one?" He said, "No, it's a different one."
Ah, I'll have to have a look then as to what I'm in. Oh, that is so beautiful.
Yeah. But
Uh,
like they are making money. And are you interested in buying like the Weeks token, the MXC token, if we are getting a bull market now?
yes, I've been buying some exchange tokens. So what have I been buying? If we go, I've got a section on here on exchange. So I've been buying MX. I've been buying. I've been buying some Weeks token. That's moving up quite nicely. And what else? Oh, I'll tell you what I bought actually. That's quite good. Is I made an account specifically to buy this. I bought this exchange token
What was
CWT
seaweed?
on CoinW. I'd never heard of the exchange before, but they ran it all the way up to here. So I thought around here and below, I thought I'll just buy some with some spare cash and see where it goes. It feels like they're bleeding it out, and then it's such a small market cap that they might just go, right, see you later, off.
Yeah, but what is it? CWT? CWT.
CWT, yeah. The only place you can buy it is on their exchange.
But why would you? No, you can buy it on Kraken.
Oh, can you?
I see. I'm not sure.
Or is that CFX?
CWT. I see the price. Cross wallet.
Oh, it's a different one, I think.
Yeah, it will be a different one.
Yeah.
Coin W. Just when we're talking, I made like a small trade on gold, and I got my
Okay.
TP. Sorry
Oh,
for not
very
mentioning it.
nice.
I got like the entry at 3665, and my TP was here at 3668.
Ah,
That one.
nice. Yeah, you went for this retest in here.
Yeah, because I think I didn't say it in the stream, but I told you before, like for me, like I always like the Asian levels, the Asian liquidity
Yeah.
what we're having. So I'm preferring short and a longs currently over shorts.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping for gold to reach like the 3674. So that's my main target. Or 3675 in between that. Because it's the old all-time high for some reversement down. And it is like the Asian session low. We normally try to get it to hit.
Yeah. So yeah, it makes sense as you can see. Support,
Yeah.
support.
I want to hit it.
What else are we doing on commodities? I'll tell you what has been ripping this week.
Orange juice.
Yeah. I've not had any trades on it, but it's been pretty brutally up. The cattle market is just
The
crazy.
cattle market. I will make some trades soon on cattle and random things you like.
Cocoa's quite interesting.
Oh yeah. But if you trade those things, do you look a little bit at fundamentals or not?
Um, yeah, a little bit. Like this stuff just trades on. This stuff trades on inventory news and just random stuff like weather. There's people that will trade it for weather, so like they'll look at weather forecasts and whether it rains in certain regions that grow it. Um, it's a bit crazy. This is I don't even know what this just trades between here. At least at the minute, it's just ranging. I think I've mentioned about gas before, but that's had a nice little reversal.
Yeah.
And then yeah, stocks.
You
This is one
traded
of my
these things you trade on what's it called on the Prime XPT Max Prime, right?
some
Oh
of them,
yeah.
yeah. So some of them on there, and some of them on Trading 212 or eToro, or I I've been approached by another brokerage that I'm currently trying to negotiate a nice deal with. So it might be on there. It's an Australian company, but they have quite a wide range of stuff.
Will there also be a deal for your subscribers?
I'm sure there will be. I'm sure there will be. Yeah, it's based out of Australia. It looks a pretty good platform, to be fair. Look at that; it's just obscene, isn't it?
Yeah, Pam.fun. I think Jordan was longing it in the Discord.
Yeah, this will
This
forever
thing.
haunt me because I
At
didn't
some point, it will go
trade.
down. But at the other hand, like we're talking like we see an all-time high after all-time high at Hyperliquid. But what is
Yeah.
sort of similar to Hyperliquid? Pump.fun. They make so much money. They are still making. You have the streams now, and yeah, it is
There's
like they're making money and they can invest. I think the company they're not nice people because they sold so much Solana during the pump up.
mm,
But yeah,
this is a this is a contender with Hyperliquid AVNT.
mm.
Obviously, it's starting to retrace a little bit, but this pumped quite hard up.
And what is your take on meme coins currently? Would you touch any of them, or you'll say this is for me it's over. I want to do the real stuff.
I don't. I was saying this today, the other day. Like even the volume's not coming. So like where you previously had like some good news that they just pump. Feels
Yeah,
like the interest is waning on them. I think they'll come back at some point, but like you just look at Fartcoin and there's just no reaction to any news here anymore.
yeah.
Previously, it was just rip down, rip down, rip down.
Maybe if you can
Apart from
add a volume bar to it, we can see if the
yeah,
volume of the Fartcoin. We can look at if the volume really died off.
yeah, you can see it down here.
Yeah.
Just died a death.
It's really the one day it got up, and I think there was a big sell order.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Like I was chatting to Dave, and I think we're both just DCAing into this if this ever comes back to life.
Oh, the
Um,
Sundark. It
yeah.
has been on what's it called? On the other exchange, on Binance. But then,
Mm.
or there were rumors.
I just got a feeling that Justin Sun's just gonna fuck everyone around and just send it at some point.
Yeah, that guy
Um,
is rich. I mean, he bought like
yeah,
a banana for I don't know 2.1 million and ate it.
yeah, exactly. Um,
There's even a trade in there.
that never hit as well. I was waiting ages for that one. I had the short order in and it never hit. It just shows just how dead some of these memes are. I think they'll come back. I think once we have like towards the end of the cycle where where stupid money just goes nuts again, I think it'll be interesting to see some of these start to move. But I think everyone's just sticking to the majors at the minute.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
easier.
yeah.
I also
Or
hope like maybe CRV will get this pump back up.
yeah, I like CRV.
I like the DeFi in it. There's on ETH. If ETH, if the US they're really trying to get ETH more up, it should be a good one to go.
Mm. Yeah, I quite like stuff in the EV ecosystem. I'm just, yeah, it's a case of just sitting on hands at the minute. There's just nothing that's really tempting me in. Um, I've got some spot bags of stuff that I'd like. I'm out of this. I could be tempted back into Ondo, but I sold here.
Yeah,
Um, it's looking
maybe if it
interesting.
really retraces back to like the 90 cent zone, but
Yeah,
it could
it's
be happening. Maybe tonight.
yeah, it'll be interesting. But it's in quite an interesting zone. Whether or not you see a push back up. Um, I'd like to see a retest of it down here, um, or even sort of above here, and then you've got a higher low. But yeah, it's just the altcoin market is just quite sad at the minute, and
And then
there's just nothing tempting me in at the minute.
yeah, only my Bitcoin short. I got in at What was a daily open? Like when we were broke to went down a daily open.
Hmm.
I think we need to go down.
Yeah, agree. Agree.
I
So
want
how
to
are you
lose some
playing?
levels.
How are you playing tonight? Then are you
Mm,
sitting out of position and reacting? Have you got low bid set? Are you
I got some bits set definitely, but I'm also scared when you get your bits set because I'm like, what will happen?
what if it
But
nicks through?
I will be boxing at the time we got a presentation because I always go boxing with my mom and my sister at
Oh,
8 o'clock,
nice.
and it's on the Dutch 8 o'clock. So when it starts, I will be away from my phone for an hour. So what I will do, I will put some stop losses in. I will look at 1 hour after it happens. And then I will make some decisions. I think I have some stink bits in, like 110 for Bitcoin, 4K for ETH, and I think that
Yeah,
could be hit. I don't think we can go much lower. That's also my target on my Bitcoin short.
yeah,
But yeah, I don't want to trade it. I was talking to Bro Look Pro, and I think what he said, like, look at it tomorrow. I think maybe it's resting, maybe it's not. For me, like, it will be at nighttime when it's happening.
yeah,
It will be like at what is it? 8 o'clock at 9. You will get some weird movements. You see the whole day there's no volatility, and the market will go where it goes. I think Justin really said quite well in the Discord. Said like you see zero volume, and there's always there. The market makers are waiting. They
yeah,
don't know what's going to happen, but they know something is happening, and they're
yeah,
waiting for to put the volume in. And but they need to bring back some structure. I think
yeah,
first down before up
yeah. I
to
agree.
liquidate lungs, get everyone scared, scare the shit out of everyone, and then go back up, and then we get sort of a bull market. That is what I'm hoping.
Yeah, I agree.
And then I was looking at stats wise because I like my
Mm,
stats. There's like the
mm,
moment there's like a 95. If we get a if we hold the monthly low at 107,500 or what it is on Bitcoin, there's like an if there's a 95% chance that we will make a all-time a new high for the month, and
mm,
that could be nearing the all-time high. So yeah,
yeah,
that's what I'm sort of praying for. I think the stats are quite aligned. If you
yeah,
look at the data of the last 8 years, the only month where we didn't get from time or distance perspective a bigger move was like in 2020, what was it, 2017. And then I'm like, okay, I'm looking at the last 8 years, but if this 2017, we are at way different prices. We get way more liquidity currently,
mm,
way more people involved. So I trust the thesis. So if we don't break 107, then we're going up for the month.
yeah.
And that can
I
be
agree.
really positive.
I agree. Um, yeah, I think it'll be interesting regardless. Yeah,
Because what are your plans? Because you are definitely having some trades open.
I've got some bids. I don't really want to go in with too many things open. I'm in some comfy-ish trades that I will take some profit on, and I think I'm same boat as you. I'll reassess tomorrow. I'm sitting on cash. I'm sitting on spot. I've had a good last couple of weeks. If I miss a big move, I miss a big move, but there's always money to be made in crypto. And
Yeah,
ultimately, if you only try and trade the big moves, you won't be profitable. Most of the money I make trading is when the market's relatively calm, and you're getting sort of your nice 1 to 2% moves. It's so hard to make money on the 7 or 8% moves, as you'll
yeah.
just get taken out. Um,
Yeah, and then I got one more thing why I think it's aligned at around 110 is because we have some weekend liquidity from like not last week, but the week before. And normally when we still have some open weekend liquidity, it's from the 7th of September, we normally take it.
yeah,
I look at the daily for this. Otherwise you won't see what the weekend is.
Here we are. Yeah, 7th of
Yeah,
September.
I
Yeah,
think we need
this back
to
here.
revisit that. And it is aligned with a big support. There's a
Yeah,
lot of things aligned around that level.
I've got a
And
box there.
I think people say it will be too easy, but I don't think it would be too easy.
No, no, because if we come down to this area, people will be looking for a refill of this fair value gap,
Yeah.
and it
And
won't
then
give
people
them.
think we're going lower. I think that the
Yeah,
110 would be perfect.
exactly. Yeah, around this region would be beautiful. That's where I'm looking at. Um, but yeah, any closing remarks?
Some
Anything?
closing remarks. It's like, when is alchemy pumping? I'm ready. And trying to not to get liquidated tonight because I think a lot of people we will see a crazy liquidation because what's going to happen? Like, or we get like the 0.25 what we're expecting. I think
Yeah,
we will revisit the 110 area, or we
they're
get
going to
like
be out to get you.
nothing. Then we'll maybe revisit. Not sure, but like that would be really bad. We can even see. I think we see 110 maybe lower,
Yeah,
but there's also the slight chance we get to point 0.5. And like we have seen all these statistics they put on there, like the chances are currently like 5%. There's still 5% chance, and these people can also be wrong. Like
yeah.
it's not a terrible thing. I mean, it can definitely happen.
I'm covering myself on the 5%, not by longing or shorting Bitcoin because I'll get taken out. But if you want to play the 5% chance of the half a rate cut, just do it on Polymarket. Like
Yeah.
the odds are so much better on there. But what is it? It's like 5 or 6
It's a
cents.
20x.
Yeah, 5 or 6 cents to buy it there. Just do it on there and leave your Bitcoin alone.
Maybe I will
'Cause
do it now I'm thinking of it.
I stuck $50 on this morning, just in case.
I mean, it could be an easy 1K.
Exactly. I mean,
Uh,
if you're wanting to bet, it's cheaper. It's cheaper to be wrong on Polymarket than it is to get stopped out.
yeah, and the risk reward is better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but like
Exactly.
also for the week, I'm looking at the stats. There's a 15% chance to take out a low, and there's an 87% chance to take out a high if the low holds.
Yeah.
So that could be nice, but
Yeah.
we never know if it holds. And then yeah, for the monthly, there's 100% chance for more displacement, so that could be bullish.
Yeah. It's either way, it's going to be chaos.
Yeah,
Don't get wrecked.
I like
But
chaos.
I do as well. I like blood. But yeah. Anyway, thank you for your time, Hugo. I'm sure if you're around next week, it'd be great to have you back on.
Definitely. For me, the
Yeah.
Wednesdays work the best. So
Fantastic.
it's the day
Uh,
I'm free from university.
fantastic. Brilliant. Anyway, thank you very much, and trade safely. Take
Yes, I
care.
will.